going home till a morning. We fire and drink till a morning. And girl, we whining till a morning. For sure we moving till a morning. What we gonna do? We ain't going home till a morning. We ain't going home till a morning. I don't know this house. Apply pressure, we pushing out. Nobody could test it cause the temperature it way up. It's now 4 days. Nobody yet calling me. And the girl them left, right, center, bottom, half across the place. We done in this bed. Whoever staring mine in a mess. I will love agriculture, trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. Been prepping since yesterday. This life's calling me. And the sexy girl still out here shoving belt in their waist. We ain't going home till a morning. We fire and drink till a morning. And girl, we whining till a morning. For sure we moving till a morning. What we gonna do? We ain't going home till a morning. We ain't going home till a morning. We ain't going home till a morning. We fire and drink till a morning. And girl, we whining till a morning. For sure we moving till a morning. What we gonna do? 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 We ain't going home till a morning. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We ain't going home till a morning. We ain't going home till a morning. We fire and drink till a morning. And girl, we whining till a morning. For sure we moving till a morning. What we gonna do? We ain't going home till a morning. We ain't going home till a morning. Living in your house, I ain't got no spouse. I seeking a fight, energy, we going all out. Been prepping all day, this vibes calling me. And hoping them sexy gal can be outside belting their waist. It could be a fet, spray water we soaking wet. Ah, the color of the powder stuck in the hair like gel so it's set. Been prepping all day, this vibes calling me. And hoping them sexy gal can be outside belting their waist. Hey, we ain't going home till a morning. We fire and drink till a morning. And girl, we whining till a morning. For sure we moving till a morning. What we gonna do? We ain't going home till a morning. We ain't going home till a morning. I don't know this house. Apply pressure, we pushing out. Nobody could test it cause the temperature it way up. It's now 4 days. Nobody yet calling me. And the girl them left, right, center, bottom, half across the place. We done in this bed. Whoever staring mine in a mess. I will love agriculture, trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. Been prepping since yesterday. This life's calling me. And the sexy girl still out here shoving belt in their waist. We ain't going home till a morning. We fire and drink till a
Stop the music so suddenly. Good morning, Minister of Culture, Honorable Eric Evelyn, Minister of Communication, Honorable Spencer Brand, permanent secretaries and heads of departments, Culturama Committee, lead sponsor Bonnie, major sponsor Flo, major sponsor National Bank, other major sponsors Rams, Carib, the Bank of Nevis Limited, special guests, the media, and of course, my beloved Nevisians and Kititians. Good morning, everyone. I am your master of ceremony today and the head of marketing and promotions for Culturama 1449. My name is Fayon Jones, and today I am very excited to be here as we once again celebrate and start Culturama 49. It's a time where we celebrate our heritage and display our culture to the world. It's a time to dance, laugh, and have fun while we forget all of our worries. Next year, if you have not booked your tickets already for Culturama 49, that you should book them now and also book your tickets for Culturama 50. Let us not waste any time on that. Let's get that done right away. As I promise you, we have a very great surprise in store for you. Now, I'm not going to be long today. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you the chairman of Nevis Culturama, Mr. Antonio Abonati Liburn. Round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Jones, and good morning. I want to recognize the members at the head table, the Honorable Minister of Culture, Eric Rohan Evelyn. Also want to recognize at the head table, not superintendent, but Inspector Stevens, James Stevens. And we also have the Honorable Spencer Brand in our presence, our reigning Calypso monarch from last year, Mr. Oscar King Astro Brown. We also have in our presence the reigning Mr. and Miss Talented Youth pageant from 2022. And we also have our slogan winner for this year, Miss Jean Keynes. And to all our valued sponsors, our lead sponsor, our major sponsors, I want to say from this rostrum, welcome. We are here yet again, another year, to have a media launch of this great festival that we know as Nevis Culturama. Culturama, as we all know, started in 1974, and it has now traveled somewhat, 49 years. And we are on the threshold of celebrating our 50th anniversary in 2024. What a celebration it will be. I can assure you that from this year, we are going to move straight ahead, full force, full momentum into Culturama 50. Culturama 49 will be celebrated from July 27th until August 8th. And the theme for this year's festival, the slogan, quite fittingly, 49 years of mass and spree, Culturama 2023. And you would agree with me that we have indeed celebrated with a lot of revelry. We have spreed. We have had a lot of mass playing over the past 49 years. And I'm sure that you who are gathered here, you would agree with me that the 49 years of Culturama that we have seen thus far, I've seen all 49. There are some persons who have not been as lucky as I have been. But for those of us who have seen most of the Culturama festivals, the 49, all 49, would agree that it has been a major, major festival. As I give you some insights into Culturama 49, there are some new initiatives that we have well, we implemented this year. This year, we will be having the inaugural five-a-side panorama contest, steel band contest. And this is something new to Nevis. I do not know how many persons would know what a five-a-side competition is, but here on Nevis, we have some 5 steel pan groups trained by 3 instructors, Ms. Chevron Maynard, Mr. Gavin Patterson, and Mr. Junior Paris. Junior trains 2 groups, Gavin Patterson trains 2 groups, and Chavanet trains 1 group. And so what will happen for this five-a-side competition is that Chavanet will pick 5 of her best steel band players. Trini would pick 5 of his, Gavin Patterson that is, would pick 5 of his best steel pan players from his 2 groups. Junior Paris would pick 5 of his best players from his 2 groups, and then the showdown will begin. It would be a five-a-side competition where each group would be represented by 5 players. That is something that is new, and I want to say a big thank you to the sponsors of that five-a-side competition and Night of Steel, because there will be 5 steel bands that will be providing musical entertainment on that night. And I want to say a big thank you to our lead sponsor and also the sponsor of the Night of Steel and five-a-side competition, Bonnie. Now, we have partnered with several entities to do fringe activities. We are the biggest event, one of the biggest events for Culturama over the last 4 or 3 years. 5-in-1 Fete. And we have partnered again with Richards Promotions, and he'll be doing the 5-in-1 Fete. We are partnering this year with a new entity, La Paloma, and they will be doing a roll deep event at the Cultural Village on July 7th. Over the years, we have partnered with the Honorable Minister of Culture and his Hanley's Road Empire Sports Club group to do the aquatic sports, and they have again come on board this year to do that event. And so there are a number of exciting events that are being planned for this year. Those persons looking at this stream in the diaspora, if you have not yet booked your tickets, I'm asking you to get on the computer, click that mouse, and pull your credit card, buy your ticket. Make sure that you descend on the shores of Nevis to celebrate what is dubbed as the Caribbean's greatest summer line. And so with that, I want to say once again, welcome. And I hope that you would have an enjoyable Culturama 49. And we look forward to your participation, your involvement, your sponsorship for Culturama 50. With those few words, I say thank you once again.
Thank you, Mr. Abonati Liebert, for such an exciting overview. I know that there are many more events there as well, but I guess we'll get into that at another time. I also want to move forward now to you again, Mr. Liebert, as you give recognition to the committee members. Oh, slogan winner? Okay. Guess we get back to that. We'll move right in. Pause again, pause again. So yes, recognition of the committee members. Abonati, over to you again.
And so this year, We have streamlined the committee somewhat. It's a much smaller committee that we have this year. I have been given the responsibility once again by my brother and minister, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, to lead the team. We have at the head table with us, we have James Stephen, who is head of security, and he is from the police department, Inspector James Stephen, and he has been providing some solid and sound advice to the committee in terms of security. If there are media persons here, we get to the questions. There's been sorry in recent times, and we would have some concerns, some questions for my good friend, Inspector James Stevens. We have Mr. Anthony Gager, who is new to the committee, and Mr. Gager is heading up the WetFet, and all persons who want to do fringe activities, they have to go through Mr. Anthony Gager. Anthony, could you please stand so that we can see who you are? That's him. We have Mr. Bonnell Hanley, my classmate, and Bonnell is way in the back, and he is the man who controls the finance. Bonnell, that's the finance man right behind here. When I want to overspend, he would tell me, Abo, come back. You're spending too much. Put some brakes. And the minister is telling me here that he also applies some brakes sometimes. But Bob is the main man. We have Mr. Dejano Libod, new to the committee as well. In this area of litigation, we decided that we needed to have someone from the legal department, someone with a legal mind to guide the process in terms of legal matters, the number of contracts that we have to sign. And so we have invited Mr. Dejano Libod, legal counsel Dejano Libod. We have from the NCDF, Mr. Jerome Rollins, and he's right at the back. Jerome, you know that we are celebrating Culturama, and Culturama involves a lot of culture, and so Jerome is the lead person, the chief executive officer at the NCDF, the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation. And so we could not put a committee together unless we have someone leading the charge at the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, play a role on the committee. We have Mrs. Michelle Libod Rollins, and she is playing a pivotal role, a major role with the opening ceremony, the Night of Steel, Poets in the Square. She is the lead person for those activities. We have Mr. Fian Jones, new to the committee this year, my good friend Fian, P-H-E, but he says Fian. And so he's our marketing officer, marketing and promotions officer for this year. We have Mr. Remigio Powell, known in the soca circles as I-Tebulous, former lead singer of the Ultrasonics band. Remigio is right behind there. And he has been doing an excellent job with the National Band Soca Monarch contest over the years. And we could not have a committee unless we have Remigio a part of the committee. Remigio. We have Swain Evelyn. He has been with the committee for a very long time and recently added to the Culturama Secretariat. And Swain is the person, the lead person for the art, craft, and the cultural food fair, the street activities, And the street activities include Action Corner, which kicked off 2 Fridays ago at the Charleston waterfront with a major activity. And it continues tomorrow afternoon in Cotton Ground. And Swain has decided this year he's going to take the Action Corner events throughout Nevis. And so, Swain, we want to thank you for that initiative and for all the hard work that you have been doing on the committee thus far. We have Miss Vita Morton, Mrs. Vita Morton, and her VISEC committee. Vita Sherry S. is that we have lumped the pageants together, and so junior pageants, Mr. and Miss Talented Youth pageants, and senior pageants, they are those two committees, subcommittees. Vita has oversight of those two subcommittees. Sitting right next to Vita, we have the lead person for the Mr. and Miss Talented Youth pageant, Miss Leanne Brown. Leanne, stand up. And she is the person that is responsible for the Republic Bank Mr. and Miss Talented Youth pageant this year. Finally, not finally, we have Mr. Warren Movin. He has been the lead person for Senior Calypso over the years. And this year he is back again, leading the charge with both Senior and Junior Calypso. Warren, and he is assisted this year by Miss Antonia Mills. I think I saw her somewhere, who is the lead person for the Junior Calypso, but Warren has oversight of all things Calypso. And last but not least, we have our recording secretary, the representative from the Culturama Secretariat, Miss Nikita Liebert. She's right at the back, waving. And so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our hard-working Nevis Culturama Committee for 2023. And I must say that we have been in sessions weekly. And last week, Tuesday, when we ended our meeting somewhere just before 9, having started at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they say, Abo, we need a break next week. And so this week, Tuesday, we took a break. But committee members, we are going to be back on the grind again next week, Tuesday. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abernathy Livered. And what a way to tell us that we have to work next week again. Thank you for that. We will now have the recognition of the slogan winner. Can we have Miss Jean Keynes? Can you stand, please? Okay.
So yes, our slogan for this year, as I mentioned earlier, 49 years of mass and spree, Culturama 2023. And this year, when we launched our slogan competition, I think it was the 19th or the 17th of February, and we closed it 1 month later on the 17th of March. We received a record number of 500, is it, Nikita? 600, over 600, 643, I think, yes, 643 slogans. We have never had so many slogans submitted to the Culturama slogan competition. And it was a painful task to pick this particular slogan. And so, Jean, on behalf of the Nevis Island Administration, the Ministry of Culture, the Culturama Secretariat, and the Nevis Culturama Committee, we want to thank you for penning that fitting slogan for Culturama 2023. 49 years of mass and spree. Culturama 2023.
Round of applause.
And Feyan, before you proceed, I want to recognize our reigning Miss Culture swimmer, Shequania Jeffers, stand. She came in after the protocol was established. Lovely Shaquania Jeffers.
Lovely. Moving right along with the program, we will now have the reading of the profile and announcement of the Culturama 49 patron by Mr. Patrick Howell, manager of ADU and NCDF. Patrick, give him a round of applause, please. Bring him up here properly.
Good morning, Nevis, St. Kitts, the diaspora, and all those watching online this morning. Thank you for coming out and supporting our 45th installation of the world's, oh, sorry, 49th installation of our greatest summer festival. I've been, and please allow me to adopt the protocol so well established by Mr. Fian. This is the profile of Steve Davison Reed, King Flamingo, esteemed patron for Nevis Culturama Festival 2023. Steve Davison Reed, known in Calypso circles as King Flamingo, was born on November 3rd, 1956, to Austin and Mardina Reed. He's the eldest of 4 siblings and grew up in Craddock Road. He attended the Charlestown Boys School, where he honed his debating skills by engaging in lively discussions with his close friends, such as Webber Herbert, Chevy Cheverton, Dexter Boren, and others. These skills proved helpful in the future as he used them to create and improve his calypso masterpieces. Additionally, Steve showed exceptional talent in mathematics, which eventually aided him in becoming a skillful mason and contractor in later life. During his late teens, Steve was greatly influenced by calypsonians such as King Solomon and Harmony. He started refining his singing abilities by participating in various school and community events. During this period, the exceptional quality of his rich tenor voice began to be recognized. In 1972, Flamingo participated in the Nevis Christmas Carnival Calypso competition for the first time. At that point, he did not have a Calypso name. However, King Solomon suggested that he call himself Flamingo due to his stylish and well-dressed appearance. Steve embraced the name and has competed using that moniker ever since. He participated in the Nevis Christmas Carnival Calypso competitions in 1972 and 1974, achieving 3rd place in both years and earning the distinguished title of second runner-up for each competition. Following the tragic sinking of the MV Christina in 1970, a sense of despair swept over the Nevisian people, leading some to consider separating from their sister island of St. Kitts. During the 1974 competition, Flamingo, along with Zumba the Guy and Zero, performed songs about the separation of Nevis from St. Kitts, a sensitive topic due to the political climate of the time. Flamingo's song, March to Freedom, was met with an enthusiastic response from the audience. However, Flamingo, Zumbai, and Zero had to flee after their performances due to the fear of police retaliation on behalf of Bracha's administration. Flamingo remembers running through the pasture and hiding in a climate cherry tree, while his co-performers similarly had to make good their escape. In 1975, King Flamingo debuted in the Culturama Calypso competition and won the esteemed Culturama King title with his outstanding renditions of Caribbean Culture, Beauty and History, and Culturama Morning. In 2002, King Flamingo earned his second Culturama Calypso crown with his songs Fathers, and Law and Order. Throughout his calypso career, he was known for winning numerous first runner up awards, leading his peers to refer to him as the first runner up guy. One of his most memorable first runner up performances was in 1978 when he sung his hit song, Nevision Pride, which many believed was the best song of the competition. Flamingo included this song and his other hit, Sherry Oh Baby, in his popular album, Nice and Jumpy. King Flamingo is a well-known performer throughout the Caribbean, having graced the stage of the Trinidad Major Calypso tent, which he shared with renowned artists such as King Shortshort, Lord Nelson, Mighty Pat, Sparrow, Blakey, and Power. Apart from his successful performances, he has mentored junior calypsonians, including his son Steve Jr., who won the Junior Calypso title 4 times in a row. He mentioned that he's opened to mentoring young calypsonians, but he has high vocal standards. He emphasized that if someone cannot sing in tune or has pitch problems, nobody come. King Miko and King This and That, who have been Flamingo's fierce calypso rivals over the years, will attest that Flamingo's golden, powerful voice was unmatched. Now, my plan was, I'm going to have script for a bit. My plan was if he was here today, I just wanted him to sing the one sentence, which would have been like, oh, Sherry, oh, baby. No, I'm butchering it, but if you was here, you would hear the voice I'm talking about. The man has a really, really rich voice. Flamingo expressed disappointment that his music, including his famous song, Sherry Oh Baby, and other songs celebrating Nevisian culture and heritage, are played frequently throughout the Caribbean, but rarely in his beloved hometown of Nevis. In concluding an interview with the Research and Documentation Unit of the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, Flamingo's parting words were, Calypso is really we thing, black people thing, but we have strayed far from it. Look at what kind of music taken over lately. I still go to Calypso shows. Any festival you go in the Caribbean, the Calypso show is still the #1 show. Flamingo has retired from Calypso and construction and lives on Craddock Road with his wife, Nola. Together, they have a son named Steve Jr. and a daughter named Tamu. On behalf of the Nevis Island Administration, the Ministry of Culture, the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, and the Nevis Culturama Committee, we proudly salute Steve Davidson Reed, King Flamingo, for his years of dedication towards the Calypso art form on Nevis. We cherish and value your efforts to promote and preserve Nevis's rich cultural legacy. May you have a long life, sir, and a fun-filled and enjoyable Culturama 49. Thank you.
Unfortunately, because of medical reasons, Steve Reed Sr. Flamingo, he had to travel overseas to seek medical attention, and so we have asked his son, who he has mentored so well over the years, who he gave his calypso skills to, Steve Reed Jr. And I think that Steve is the first four-peat junior calypso king walking in the footsteps of his dad. Steve, could you please stand? And so he's here this morning representing his father, and we are hoping that he would decide to enter the senior category and carry on the legacy of his dad. Steve? Oh, he's afraid of Astro, okay. Oh, Minister Brand, you're saying that Astro is shaking after I said that? Oh, okay. Well, Steve, I don't want the king to, you know.
Oh, that was good. Okay, moving right along, we'll now have the reveal of the Culturama 49 promotional jingle. That's not it.
49 years of mass and free. Culturama 2023 years of mass and free. Culturama 2023. From Wetfest to Food Fair, from preacher to Juve. Culturama 49 is your man. Yeah. July 27th to August 8th. Join us in Nevis for the Caribbean's greatest summer live. Culturama 49. 49 years of mass and free. Culturama 2023 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 years of mass. 49 years of mass. 49 years of mass and free. Culturama 2023 years of mass and free. Culturama 2023. From Wetfest to Food Fair, from preacher to Juve. Culturama 49 is your man. Yeah. From July 27th to August 8th. Join us in Nevis for the Caribbean's greatest summer live. Culturama 49. 49 years of mass and free. Culturama 2023 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 years of mass. 49 years of mass.
There you have it. Round of applause.
49 years of mass.
Well, I see here promotional jingle and promotional video. I didn't realize it's the same thing. So can we have a pull up, please? One more time. One more time. Okay, I get one more time? No?
Okay, so while we wait for the pull-up that Fion requested, I want to say a big thank you to Big Tigger Promotions or Productions, Swain Evelyn, who is the person responsible for producing the promotional jingle for this year. So give Swain of Big Tigger Productions a round of applause. And we also had on the audio, we had Itebulus, that sweet voice from the Ultrasonics bands. Walking Nana. I'm not gonna say anything else. That's the man.
Culturama 2023 is a mass and free. Culturama 2023. From Wetfest to Food Fair, from preacher to Juve. Culturama 49 is your man. Yeah. From July 27th to August 8th. Join us in Nevis for the Caribbean's greatest summer live. Culturama 49. 49 years of mass and free. Culturama 2023 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 years of mass. 49 years of mass.
And the lovely female vocalist is LaDonna Pemberton, known in the soca circles as Soca Empress. So give them all a round of applause, please. And the video was created by Connect Creative. This gentleman right here and his team, Kerry Williams and Siobhan Walwyn. Give them a round of applause, please.
Lovely video. I can't help but mention, as I see a lot of these street parades and jumping up, I wanted to participate this year, but unfortunately, the abs have not reached where I want them to reach yet. So I think I'll postpone until Culturama 50. Okay, now we will have remarks from the Minister of Culture, the Honorable Eric Evelyn. Round of applause for Mr. Honorable Eric Evelyn.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jones. I wanted to sit and make my presentation, but I'm feeling so much vibe, I had to get up. I'm serious. The vibe is here. Can you feel it? Definitely. I know that the protocol has been established, but let me recognize Minister Brand, my cabinet colleague. Let me recognize folks here at the head table, Ms. Jones, Mr. Liebert, Inspector Stevens. I won't call you superintendent. And of course, I want to recognize our winners from last year, those of you who are here, our committee members, and I love this section here, the sponsors, people with the money. You know, when we have an audience in Culturama, you sometimes you focus on certain parts of the audience, certain section of the crowd. This is my section. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here, ladies and gentlemen, and I am so excited. When I walked in here this morning and I saw all the smiles, I saw all the excited people, I feel like Culturama has already started. And you know, we started a little late. As Abba would have indicated, we got out of the blocks a little late this year. But sometimes it's good when you get out of the blocks late. Because even though we got out of the blocks late, we are now going at lightning Usain Bolt speed. Culturama is here. The vibe is here. And this weekend, the vibes will get even more exciting. We're having our media launch today. Tomorrow we have Action Corner number 2. On Saturday we have our first cult. Pardon me? On Sunday, I'm so excited. I don't know what the days are. On Sunday we have our first Culturama Calypso tent. The Father's the Calypso tent. And so I believe that persons in Nevis and St. Kitts and throughout the diaspora are already getting the vibes. And so I'm excited to be here this morning for the media launch. And from today, it's no turning back until we get until last lap. I want today to really recognize and pay homage to Mr. Antonio Abernathy Leiber, the Chief Executive Officer of the Culturama Secretariat, who has been doing yeoman service for many, many, many years. And he has done a marvelous, marvelous job. I think he deserves a round of applause. And I don't think people fully understand the magnitude of the work and the challenges and the pressure and the stress that he has to go through every year for Culturama. And I also want to pay homage to the committee members who have worked diligently so far. You still have a lot of work to do, but we must recognize that these folks who have made it their business to be part of the committee, they are doing voluntary national service. And we must commend them every opportunity we get, because it's not easy to plan and execute a festival of this magnitude. And so I give commendation. There's no commendation too high for our committee members. Thank you so very much. I want us as well, as I stand here, to congratulate our winner for the slogan competition, 49 years of Mass and Spree, Culturama 2023. Ms. Keynes, congratulations. I would also like to say special congratulations to the patron this year, Mr. Steve Flamingo Reed. Flamingo, I know you, wherever you are, you're either listening or you're looking at me. So congratulations to you. I'm sure all of us, those of us who don't know Flamingo, and you hear a distinct, very powerful voice, who always comes with some very powerful social commentary, a good mix of social commentary and party music. I don't think we could have had a better choice of a patron for Culturama 49 than Steve Flamingo Reed. Flamingo, congratulations to you, sir. And of course, we are indeed delighted that we have his son here, little Steve. He's still little. Never mind, he's an adult now. He's still little. So little Steve, we are happy that you're here to represent your dad. And of course, your dad would have passed on some real good talent to you in terms of calypso. It's a pity you didn't continue, but as Abo said, I believe you're afraid competition anyway. I really want to say how grateful and appreciative we are to our sponsors. And the list of sponsors every year seem to get bigger. And we are priming up for Culturama 50. Next year is the big year for us. And I have been very, very pleased with what I've seen in terms of the sponsorship, what we have received so far this year. And I believe, Abo, that the sponsorship will continue to come in because we had a program on Wednesday night. And because we pleaded and we begged for more sponsorship, we started to get sponsorship on that same night. And so I am here today to ask for more sponsorship, even though the list that is here looks quite good and quite promising. I believe that more will come. I really want to commend our lead sponsor this year. I think this is the first time in the history of the festival that we've had a pledge for $300,000 over 3 years from any sponsor. Bonnie, thank you very much. And of course, all of our other sponsors. I know that some of the sponsorship has grown tremendously this year. We have had new sponsors come on board, and we are indeed delighted to all of our sponsors. We absolutely cannot do this without you. Culturama is an expensive venture. It takes a couple $1 million to host the festival. People don't understand. And I know that the Nevis Island administration, we are the main sponsors, but we need your help. We need your partnership. We need your collaboration. And we cannot do it without you. And so we are indebted to all of you, our sponsors. We thank you so very much. And we trust that this will continue in years to come. So sponsors, thank you. I did say that this is my favorite section here. Sponsors, thank you. Let's give our sponsors a big, big, big round of applause. I also want to say how grateful we are to the persons who have consented to be a part of the festival this year. Our calypsonians, our soca artists, our pageant contestants, our talented youth contestants, our persons who will take part in our troops and so on. Because Culturama, the greatest summer lime, a lime like no other in the region, cannot be successful without the participation of the people on the ground. And I know every year sometimes we have problems and issues, especially when it comes to sourcing our contestants, but thank God we made it, and we have our full complement of contestants, especially for our two major pageants. And so all of our participants, we can't do it without you. Thank you, participants. I really want to encourage all of us as Nevisians and Kittians to be a part of the Caribbean's greatest summer lime. Culturama does not belong to the Nevis Island administration. Culturama does not belong to the committee. Culturama does not belong to the participants. Culturama is our festival. It's our thing. And so I want to encourage all of us as we get ready, as we prime up for Culturama 50, to be a part, to take part, not just sit back and criticize, because I think, unfortunately, that is the best thing that some people in Nevis do. I want people to get up. Don't criticize this year. Get up and participate. Whatever you can do, and even if you don't participate, we want you to attend the shows, attend all of the activities, and encourage the participants. It's very difficult to go on stage. Astra will tell you that. Miss Swimwear will tell you that. Little Steve will tell you that. It's difficult to go on stage. We have a very critical audience in Nevis. And so it is important that we, as an audience, that we support the contestants and all of the participants when they go on stage. But most importantly, I want us all to be a part of the revelry for Culturama 49. Get on the streets. Get on the streets. Be a part of Juve. be a part of the troops and parade, and let us make Culturama 49 one of the best ever. I want to give a special plug for Culturama 50 because, as I would always say, we want Culturama 50 to be a homecoming. And so I'm making a special plea, especially in particular to those in the diaspora. We want all of you who are Nivision, who are residing overseas, to be here for Culturama 50. We want Nevis to sink a couple inches next year when we have everyone descend on the shores of this beautiful paradise next year for Culturama 50. And so those of you who have booked already to come for 49, as soon as you get back, you book for 50 for next year because we want to see everybody in the place for Culturama 50. I believe that the committee has planned an exciting festival for this year, one that will suit everyone, the small, the young, the older, the in between. And so I want us to rally around the committee, rally around Culturama 49, and let us make this a huge success for 2023. Before I leave, I want to ask the person who is in charge to pull up, rewind, and come again. I want to hear that jingle again. I cannot leave the podium unless I hear the jingle. So whoever is responsible, I want to hear the jingle. You should always be ready. You should be prepared at all times. So rewind and come again. Let us hear the jingle. Good. You done so quick? That's it?
July 27th to August 8th. Join us in Nevis for the Caribbean's greatest summer line, Culturama 49.
Thank you. And I pledge, thank you, I pledge as the Minister of Culture to lead from the front. I'll be on the streets, and I'm hoping to see all of you participate for Culturama 49. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you for your remarks, Honorable Eric Evelyn. I've been informed that you are a specialist when it comes to the long jam. So now the exciting part is here. We're going to have the reveal of the Culturama 49 calendar of activities. Can you please look at the screen? That's the digit. No, no, not that. Oh, well, I guess. Oh, okay. We also have physical copies that will come around. This is the list of the activities.
49 years of mass. 49 years of mass. 49 years of mass.
Okay, round of applause. Looks very packed. A lot of events, very exciting. Culturama 49, and we will have a great time this year. Moving right along with the program, I just want to now speak to the sponsors. Great time. And I am going to call a list of the sponsors, and you have the mic here if you want to address the diaspora and persons who are currently logged on and listening the opening. So without further ado, I will go through the list of sponsors. I just want to say thank you to all the sponsors before I start. Your commitment to Culturama is truly appreciated. Any amount is we're very happy for, and no amount is too small, and no amount is too big. So next year, when you guys decide to give more, add an X zero, if you please. I see Rams in the back looking up, so I guess they're ready for next year. Okay. And I would like to invite the Honorable Eric Evelyn to come to the podium while we speak or call the sponsors. The first sponsor, are you going to the front? Okay, to the front. The first sponsor, boy, that check look big, boy, look heavy, is none other than Bonnie. Bonnie, lead sponsor for Culturama 49. Minister, get ready. It's heavy, it's heavy. Don't drop it.
Good morning, all. Recognize the protocol that has preceded us. So I'd just like to say that on behalf of Bonnie, we are very happy to be supportive of Culturama 49. Um, we at Bonnie have been looking forward towards supporting activities, not just Culturama, but activities in Nevis. And over the year, we have done quite a lot of sponsorship here in Nevis. So on behalf of the bank, I'd just like to say how happy we are to be by the side of Nevis Culturama 49. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bonnie. You sound a bit exhausted because I know that check was very heavy. You have to carry it. So, yes. Okay, we will now like to thank Flo, the official telecommunication provider for Culturama 49. Flo, can we have a representative from Flo? Okay. I can't see it, but it look heavy again, boy. Round of applause. Job well done, Flo. Mike is yours.
What a way to put me on the spot, Abu. Good morning to everyone, honorable ministers of government, Mr. Liebert, On behalf of Flo, just wanted to say thank you for having us here this morning. We're happy to be a part of Culturama 49. We've been supporting this activity for many, many years, and we're happy to be a part of the fabric of the people of Nevis. So thank you.
Thank you, Flo. We would like to now call TDC to the front. Well. Round of applause for TDC. Mister, you're very strong, boy. So the company is up there. If you haven't come up yet, feel free to add an X0. The time is not late. It's not too late. Okay. We will now like to call the Bank of Nevis Limited. The Bank of Nevis Limited. Round of applause for the Bank of Nevis Limited.
Morning. I want to adopt the protocol already established. I didn't bring a big check because the money is already in the account. and 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 Abonati told me he started spending already, so I couldn't bring the check. But I want to say that at the Bank of Nevis Limited, we are a lead sponsor, not just for Culturama, but basically for primarily everything across Nevis. In fact, somebody said to me the other day, you guys sponsor, the Bank of Nevis sponsor so much, I get tired sometime when I hear the name. And that is because the Bank of Nevis Limited is committed to Nevis and Nevisians. At the Bank of Nevis Limited, we said, what we normally say is that we want the people of Nevis to live their best life. And so we believe that by being part of Culturama, we are getting our people to live their best life. We sponsor culture, sports, education, and the Bank of Nevis Limited continue to improve the quality of life for the people of Nevis. Thank you very much. We want to wish everybody a happy Culturama and have fun, enjoy yourself. Can't commit to being out there with Eric, but let's see what happened for 50 years. Thank you very much.
Well. It's not too late to add this, guys. Not too. Round of applause for National Bank.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to adopt the protocol that was so ably established. I sat there observing Minister Eric Evelyn, and when we were playing the promo with the list of activities, he couldn't help himself but move in the seat. And so we realized that exciting times are ahead for Culture Rama 49. And on behalf of the directors, management, and staff of the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank, I take this opportunity to congratulate the government on the 49th hosting of the greatest summer festival we call Culturama. We pledge our continued commitment to improving the art form. Best wishes for a safe and enjoyable festival. Remember, at National, we care.
I realize we're doing a lot of heavy marketing here for banks, you know. And again, I'm sure Abba would agree. The marketing is great, but just add a zero. Trust me, you could win. Add a zero. And now we would like to call Republic Bank. Republic Bank. It's a lot of banks. Oh boy, another heavy one, another heavy one. Yeah, another heavy one. Round of applause for Republic Bank. Oh,
A pleasant morning to everyone. I am T.C. Burton, the branch manager for the Nevis operations here in Nevis. Of course, at Republic Bank, we are very happy to be a part of the Caribbean's greatest summer line for a second consecutive year. Judging from last year's experience, we are indeed impressed and satisfied with the level of coordination and execution of the festival, which left us with little choice but to partnership, of course, with the Nevis Culturama Committee once more. As a title sponsor for the now Republic Bank Mr. and Miss Talented Youth Pageant, we're not just about handing over a check and branding an event, but actively involving the government, the participants, by exposing them from a very young age about the financial literacy to an organized mentorship session. Additionally, the participants of the winning school will receive a Republic Bank Right Start savings account to channel them on the right path to financial success. We can all agree that pageantry continues to be an excellent avenue for young persons to express themselves, build confidence, build character, enhance their general self-esteem and awareness. With this known fact, Republic Bank is proud to be one of the enablers to make initiatives like these possible for our youth within our community. For the Nevis Culturama Organizing Committee and all stakeholders, congratulations, of course, on a well-executed event in 2022, and we are super excited to be working with you to execute an even better experience for 2023. We extend best wishes to all participants in schools. And of course, remember, pageantry is not just about winning a crown, but it's an opportunity to become an ambassador for your school as well. I urge you to take all the learnings and development as it will propel you forward. On behalf of the country manager, Ms. Pamela Herbert Daniel, and the Republic Bank team, we wish you all a successful Culturama as you celebrate 49 years of mass and spree. Republic Bank stands firm committed to working with all stakeholders in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis to make a difference within our communities. With Republic Bank, we ask you to, of course, make it happen with us because we are the one for you. Thank you.
I love the competition here today, boy. Let us keep it rolling. We have First Federal. First Federal. Oh, I was really looking forward to the competition. Okay, I guess. Well, they unfortunately couldn't make it today, but they're pleased to come on board as it relates to being a sponsor of Culturama 49. Moving out of the back and with the banks now, I want to say or recognize Nevlek. Nevlek, okay. Looks heavy again. Round of applause for Nevlek. They keep the lights on, so we need them, eh?
Good morning, everyone. It is a pageant. I'm a T Stations officer at the Nevis Electricity Company Limited. On behalf of the Board of Directors, management, and staff at Nevlec, we just want to wish Culturama 49 every success. We have been partners with Culturama for some time, and we are happy to be on board as we celebrate 49 years of mass and spree for Culturama 2023. Thank you.
I'd like to invite NHLDC. Okay. Another heavy check, and they're heavy because they covered it. Round of applause for NHLDC. NHLDC said they're not going to participate in that back and forth today. Okay, I understand. We will now like to call on Carib Jack. Round of applause. Another one, yes. Round of applause for Carib Jack. I would now like to call Rams, the good people at Rams. Mr. Manouche.
Good morning to all. We would like to say thank you to Mr. Liebert and the Culturama Committee for having Rams on board, and we wish you all a very successful Culturama 49. Thank you.
Short and sweet and to the point, I agree. We would also like to thank and welcome Chameleon Media. Chameleon Media, sorry, I apologize. John, you got boxes, easy. Okay, this is going to be unique. Okay.
And we stop talking for a week at least. Morning, everybody. John James from Chameleon Media. I know most persons probably don't know us. That's because that's just how the company is. We're a fully digital media company. We've been working with Culturama in the back end for a long while. I'm here to make a small presentation to our friends. I want to say friends because during Culturama, we interact with the secretariat and the committee on a daily basis. I think I spoke to Abu maybe 4 times this morning. We're responsible for the branding, designs, streaming, and the likes as it relates to Culturama. And because of that interaction that we have, we've noticed that some of our friends need some help. And so we're making a presentation today of 2 laptops to the Secretariat. The laptops are going to be very helpful to the Secretariat in the multiple roles that they play, especially not just in the office, but also when they go to events. These laptops are what we call convertibles. So they go from a laptop to a tablet and anything in between. Additionally, the laptops also have SD card readers in that, and most of the service providers would smile when we say that because it allows them to easily transfer files. So photographer right now could take an SD card. I get a thumbs up, that's good. Get an SD card and just slip it into the computer and easily provide the secretariat and the committee members with files that they could do whatever they want. All right. So in addition, we've equipped both of those laptops with 128 gig SD cards as well. So the committee would have the ability to transfer to and from. Again, it's our pleasure. This is our contribution, and I realize nobody has mentioned Culturama 50, but that's what we have in mind in our trust towards Culturama 50. Not sidetracking 49, but just pointing out that this contribution is so that we can move forward and have the tools that we need to do our best this year and coming next year. So I'm just displaying one.
Another round of applause. Thank you very much. Well appreciated. I would like to now call Hosfords. Or somebody else? Okay. We would like to call. Oh, okay. Hosford's coming. Hey. All right.
Good morning. Please allow me to adopt the protocol that has been so ably established. Like the Bank of Nevis, my check is already in the account. So I'm just here to wish Culturama 23 every success. We have been partnering with Culturama for quite a while, and we will continue to do so because we take pride in giving contribution to the country. So on behalf of the directors and shareholders of SL Horsford and Company, I want to wish the Culturama committee every success. Thank you.
Okay, if anybody else wants to send a transfer to the account, we welcome it. It's a trend. We are starting here. I would like to now call Carib Breweries to the front. It's a check. I thought there'd have been some drinks. I was waiting, eh? But hey. A round of applause.
Morning, everyone. Caribou is once again proud to be a sponsor of Culturama 49, and we wish all success. However, Fion just now referred to Rams as the good people. Just want to say that we're the people with the good stuff.
Well done, well done. A lot of marketing happening in here, boy. We ain't gonna charge a little extra next time, you know. Okay? If we have any other sponsors we may have overlooked, we apologize. At this time, we would like to call any other sponsors or persons who want to sponsor on the spot right now. We're welcoming that as well. Okay, okay. Going once, going twice. Ah, boy. Okay, so now we will have a toast. I would like to call Honorable Eric Evelyn. Sorry, I have you there standing and I apologize. Thank you for collecting the checks. I know your hand very tired right now. No? No? You ready for more? Okay. We will now have a toast to Culturama 49. I would like to invite the Undertaker to the front, and he's going to perform for us today. Round of applause. Yeah, I know, right? Give me a better clap, man. A better clap than that.
Good morning to everyone. I'm still toasted to the Culturama. In me Culturama this year. I want no confusion. It's a cultural affair. Culturama is a time of jubilee, the joy of a liberty, freedom from slavery, our yearly anniversary. Not to fight each other down, no time for confusion. Culturama is a time to free up our mind. 49th year of faith and spirit. So put this drama on pause for Culturama 23. Oh, the Lord, oh, the God. No confusion for this year's Culturama. Big mayhem over the last couple of years in my federation. Unwanted problem, confusion appears causing contention. The views on the social media tarnish our unity. Too much politics in our culture for greed and power. Jealousy took some party. If it's not the sheriff in action, it'll fight over pension. Cyclone striking the party. The Fear Share documentary. The mashup of the unity, firing up the deputy. So let's put this drama on pause for Culturama 2023. Lord, oh be God. I want no confusion in me Culturama this year. I want no confusion, this Culturama affair. Culturama is a time of jubilee, the joy of our liberty, freedom from slavery, our yearly anniversary. Not to fight each other down, no time for confusion. Culturama is a time to free up our mind. 49th year of faith and spring. So let's put these dramas on pause for Culturama 2023. Oh, we Lord, oh. No confusion for this year. Let's have a great Culturama 2023. For this year, let us enjoy the greatest summer life. Bring a friend, join a troop, it's Culturama time. No politics, no bacchanal, let's keep the spirit of clean festivity. No, in our festival, let's eat, drink, and be merry. If you fit it, keep it cordial. peaceful, clean, and jovial. No threat to slap nobody. Just sing the people melody. Please judge Billy so we all would be happy and put these dramas on pause for Culturama 2023. Oh, my Lord, oh my God. I want no confusion in me Culturama this year. I want no confusion, it's a cultural affair. Culturama is a time of jubilee, the joy of our liberty, freedom from slavery, our yearly anniversary. Not to fight each other down, no time for confusion. Culturama is a time to free up our mind. 49th year of vet and free. So put this drama on pause for Culturama 2023. So for Culturama 2023, no confusion. Thank you.
Another round of applause for the Undertaker. No confusion. At this time, we would like to open the floor for the media for any questions as relates to Culturama 49. The question is, what measures will be in place to ensure the safety for Culturama 49? And that is the question. Shh, guys. Going to hear about the safety of Culturama 49.
Is in a state that everyone is concerned about homesteading. However, this year we are presently in the stage of putting our security plans together to police Culturama and by extension the Nivision public. And we will do so with the assistance of our sister partner, the Syndicate's Nevis Defense Force. We'll be now undertaking. We'll be in the process. Don't be upset if you're stopped on a regular basis because our VCPs will be on the road. We'll be on the road with our VCPs, patrols, because we don't want when patrons go to the shows, they return home to find that their homes ransacked. So that inside, we know that a number of persons will come over from St. Kitts, so the water taxi will be policed as well. So you can feel assured that the security measures that we will be putting in place, this festival in itself will be safe and the Nivision public.
Any other questions? Thank you very much. That response, Culturama 49 is going to be very safe this year. Any other questions from the media? If not, if not, we would like to bring this program to an end. We just want to say thank you everyone for tuning in and coming and participating. Again, I want to say thank you to all the persons who have came and done presentations. And of course, the sponsors, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I do hope everyone have a great day and let us enjoy Culture Warmer 49. 49 years of mass and spree, Culture Warmer 49. Thank you.